Nora readers, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am again doing my mid-month wrap-up. These are just short videos of what I read, what I'm currently reading, and what I plan to read this month. And I'm trying to do it every month, but sometimes months I just get busy. So it's the mid-month wrap-up of what month are we in? June. Anyways, don't mind this weird wet spot on my shirt. It is because my hair is wet. I just took a shower and didn't do my makeup or anything, so don't mind me. But anyways, what is the books that I read this month so far? I'm not going to be talking about what I rated them. I usually talk about my thoughts and opinions in the actual wrap-up of the month. But yeah, the books that I read so far, so I read 2 books on my Kindle and one book physical copy of a book. So my Kindle books that I read were Sunkissed by Casey West. This was my first Casey West book. So Sunkissed is basically about this girl who she is forced to go on a family get-together cabin in the woods thing, summer trip with her sister and her family members, her mom and dad. And during this trip, she, starts to find herself, and then she also finds love. So it's a cute summer read. Then the next book that I read was Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon. I'm sure everybody has heard of this before, but if you have not, I'm going to briefly describe it. So it is a science fiction, kind of erotica book, a little bit steamy romance. So there's more to it than romance, but it's pretty steamy. Let's see, and it's about this girl who gets abducted by aliens, and she, along with a couple of other girls, they get dumped on this random alien planet, and they end up falling for an alien on the planet. Well, not a alien, it's an alien race, but it's an alien-human romance. And again, very steamy, so if you don't want to read that type of books, I suggest maybe not reading it. So the next book that I read this month is The Darkest Part of the Forest. I had a mind hiccup right there, by Holly Black. This book is about these siblings who live in this town where fairies exist, the fae exist, and the town is pretty popular with tourists because it's the only town where fae exist and reside, and yeah, so there's a bunch of tourists and stuff, and yeah. Anyways, what it's about is there's this boy in a glass coffin who is a fae, and the 2 siblings, they grew up with learning his story, kind of. Well, it's just a random story, and they just kind of grew up with, just hanging around the boy in the glass coffin. And then he wakes up one day, and they have to band together to fight the Fairy King. What am I currently reading this month? I am currently reading Out of the Blue by Jason June. This book, I first of all really love the cover. It's super cute. What this is about, it's a new release. I think it was published in May, end of May sometime. And it's about this. So what this book is about this person who is a mer person, and they are non-binary, so I'm just going to refer to them as they. And they, in their culture, in the mer people culture, they set out on a journey to go up to the surface on land and become human, and they have one moon cycle, 1 month, to really to help a person, and if they do, they can go back into the ocean and be a mermaid or mer people. I never even, in this book, like, I never even thought of, like, mermaid as being a woman type of like term, like have feminine terms, so mermaid, but that kind of makes sense as maid as girl. But yeah, so it's merfolk. It's just interesting because I usually just say mermaid as in like all the mer people, you know, but I don't know, it's very interesting. But anyways, off topic, kinda. But yeah, so that is, and they can also like choose to either still be a mer person, or they can choose to just reside as human. So in this book, you meet Crest, or his human, or you meet Crest. Their human name is Ross. So Crest, they do not want to reside with the land people, humans, but they're on their journey, so they have to, and they hate like pretty much all humans because they like destroy lives and stuff. But anyways, the mer person becomes a human, and that's when they meet Sean, who is a human lifeguard boy, and he identifies as a boy. But anyways, what else? And Sean, he recently gotten broken up with his ex, and he's devastated. He wants him back. So when he meets Ross, or Crest, the mer person, they band together in fake date in order to get Sean's ex to be jealous and want him again. And it's really cute. I like it so far. I'm like this far into it. Anyways, okay, so let's talk about the books that I read, or that I plan to read this month, for the rest of the month. I plan to read Crosstalk by Connie Willis, and this book I read before. It's really good. It's about, let's see, let me just describe the cover synopsis. In the not too distant future, a simple operation to increase empathy between romantic partners has become all the rage, and Bridie Flanagan is delighted when her boyfriend suggests undergoing the procedure prior to a marriage proposal to maximize their emotional connection. But things don't quite work out as planned, and Bridie finds herself trapped in an intimate psychic link with someone else entirely, placing her privacy and her patience, and possibly her sanity, at risk. And things go from bad to worse. Bridie begins to see the dark side of too much information, and to realize that love and communication are far more complicated than she ever imagined. So it's very, very interesting. Like I said, I've read it before, but I want to reread it. So yeah. And then I'm going to read American Marxism by Mark R. Levin. And this is just like a nonfiction book about in American Marxism. Levin explains how the core elements of Marxist ideology are now pervasive in American society and culture. From our schools, the press, and corporations, to Hollywood, the Democratic Party, and the Biden presidency, and how it is often cloaked in deceptive labels such as progressive, progressivism, democratic socialism, social activism, and community activism. I don't know, it sounded interesting, but now I'm kind of hoping that this isn't going to be like a very, what would you say, like Republican view, too, like Republican, or like too like, I don't want to say Republican, too like conservative. That is the word I'm saying. I might just end up DNFing it, but yeah, or maybe finishing it, you know, so I can have a good view on both sides of the argument. But anyways, that is what I read, what I plan on reading, and what I'm currently reading this month. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys are currently reading this month and plan to read and already read. I'd love to know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to click subscribe if you like this channel and you like my vibe. But anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye. Hey guys, so if you do want to follow me on other social medias, I am on Instagram and Goodreads. I post frequently on Instagram, so if you guys want the little updates and everything, be sure to follow my Instagram and my Goodreads.